top-seeded Shelby Whippets look to break through to the district championship with a young pack of Lady Tigers standing in their way, hungry for a chance to continue their tournament journey. It's an all Richland County showdown featuring Mansfield Senior and the Whippets of Shelby, streaming live and free to your smartphone, TV, and PC. Next.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker-Myers Wealth Managers. Whitaker-Myers Group has been a local trusted advisor since 1869, serving families in Ashland, Richland, and Wayne counties. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. With offices in Ashland, Mansfield, Worcester, Columbus, and South Carolina, we have advisors that are ready to help you begin your journey to financial success. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We deploy our investigators to preserve evidence. We have the courtroom experience to show the insurance companies that we mean business. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt. Contact us at besmartlegal.com.
Fun matchup tonight at Arrow Arena sees an established Shelby Whippets program looking to show that they are the district's top seed against the resurgent Lady Tiger squad making their first appearance at the district level in over a decade. Good evening, folks, and welcome to Ashland High School. My name is Brian Skowronski, joined tonight by Zach Massa. And we've got two programs, Zach, in pretty different stages right now. Established Shelby program under longtime coach Natalie Lance, and the new school Tigers team looking to establish a successful identity now under second-year head coach Javar Hudgens. So, I mean, Tigers haven't been here in a while. Whippets are pretty much here every year.
Yeah, Shelby's been here. This is familiar territory for them. In the last 10 years, they've made it to district 7 times, twice making it to the finals, and being #1 seed 2 times in that same time frame. Senior high, on the other hand, brand new territory. I believe it was the 2011-2012 season, the last time the Tigers were here. So, but, you know, with all these young Tigers that they've got right now, this is nothing but great start for their careers because they can just keep building, and none of them have any history of not making and getting any of that tournament dust on them.
And that's something I talked to Javar Hudgens about just a few moments ago, about what the young team brings to the table here at the district level. Here's what he had to say. All right, Coach Shavar Hudgens is joining me right now, and I don't know that a lot of people pick the Tigers to be at this point in the tournament process, still playing here, but you got a young team still involved. How have they handled this, getting onto the district round? First time in 11 years.
Man, I'm actually surprised how they've handled it. They're playing like they're older than freshmen. Like, you wouldn't think they're freshmen. I think it comes from they played a lot of tournaments. Like, they understand tournament through AAU. Like, they understand, like, national tournaments. We did those, won a couple of those, won a couple of state tournaments. So I think they're thinking of it as a tournament. It's a basketball tournament. I mean, I don't think it clicked in how important it is for the seniors. You know what I mean, in a tournament game. So they're just playing, having fun, We got a great game plan. And we practiced pretty good this week. I'm pretty positive, but I'm confident at us coming into this game.
Yeah, Shelby got you pretty good in the regular season, but you were just getting things started. How much different do you feel like your team is now versus back then?
Totally different team. We didn't even know who our starters were, who our key players were at that time. We were still trying to figure out who was who, figure out the roles. We're a totally different team now, which they're a totally different team as well, but I just think it'll be a different game this time around.
All right, Coach, good luck, man.
All right, thanks.
And while Coach Hudgens and his young team have had their own bouts in quarantine this season, they've been rocking and rolling since after the Christmas break. Been a little bit of a different story for Shelby. They've been in and out of quarantine. I believe over 6 weeks they've spent there. Natalie Lance spoke to me about that just a few moments ago, about where her team is right now in terms of game shape. All right, head coach Natalie Lance is with me now, and top seed in the tournament, coach, and it's kind of been an up and down season for you guys, just coming in and out of quarantine like it has been for a lot. But tell me, where do you feel like your girls are at right now, just getting their bodies fully ready for game shape?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, we've been in and out of quarantine, a total of 6.5 weeks this season. Real pleased with where they're at and where they're headed. Obviously, if we have a full season under us, I think we're in tip-top shape. And right now, we're headed the right direction. But we got to play really well tonight.
This has been around in the tournament the last couple of years. You got knocked out in, and plus you got a bit of an underdog story going on in Mansfield Senior. How do you go about not overlooking them and getting onto that championship game?
We watched their film. We've talked to the girls and said they're a different team than what we played first time. And we do have experience back from last year, so that, it left a bad taste in their mouth losing early last year. Willard's a great team last year, so I understand, but, we felt like it could have been us. So I hope that the girls learned and we move on from that. We're going to put the past behind us and we're going to keep looking forward, and it's going to take good teamwork, good communication, it starts with our defense. So if we play good defense and then we go down and we're composed and make our opportunities count, we'll come out on top.
Well, I know the Whippet Nation's all going to be cheering you on from home, so good luck, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks.
Consecutive district appearance for Coach Lance and her Lady Whippets, but they have yet to make a title game during that stretch. So, the opportunity is right in front of them here with an underseeded Mansfield Senior team making an underdog role here at this point, Zach. But also with that creeps in, like I said to Natalie, maybe you overlook a team like Mansfield Senior, that they weren't expected to be in this position.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't know, especially the way the Tigers started. They started off, I believe it was 0-5 for the season. They met back January 5th, and with Shelby getting about a 30-point win, Senior High was 0-4 at that matchup. So they've gone 7-11 since then, or I'm sorry, 7-4 since then. So they've definitely peaked at the right time. They had a great game against Ontario, shutting down the leading scorer with Carly Pearson and making everyone else try to beat them. So now Shelby's a little bit more balanced, though. They've got multiple double-point scorers, and so they're going to have the game plan to balance that out.
And here are the starting lineups. Shelby Whip is being announced, and number 23 right there, Olivia Baker. She is their top scorer, over 14 per contest for her. 30% is what she shoots from long range too, and she'll put it up in healthy bunches. Haley Baker, her twin sister, also in the starting lineup, along with Sophia Neese, who average. You talk about the three players that average in double figures. Those are the three And then for Mansfield Senior, Kaya Wentz, what a tear she's been on, averaging 16.5 points per game over their last 5. Takaya White, a shutdown defender. That's why she's in the starting lineup tonight. Kirsten Bradley leads them in scoring around 10 per game. Julia Rizzo, one of the lone seniors on the team, along with Brianna Perry, who are in the starting lineup for Mansfield Senior tonight. And off the opening tip, Shelby looking to get to work. Skip pass, almost intercepted. And then Sieber inside, missed the shot. And it's going to be boarded by Amani Mitchell, actually, who's getting the start tonight over White.
Bradley got the shot up quick from the left wing, missed the rebound.
Tigers have been much more comfortable sitting in a 2-3 zone over about the second half of the season.
Yeah, that's definitely where they're in their comfort.
Foul here, though, is going to go against Kaya Wentz.
High school fouls on number 3, Kaya Wentz, her first personal, team's first of that.
Off the entry pass is going to be taken away. Rizzo coming up with the theft. And here's Bradley, who was named first team All-OCC as a freshman. Had a dynamite season for Mansfield. Bit of a surprise for them as well, as Wentz gets her pocket picked. Kaya doing some work to try to keep it in bounds, but last touched by number 3.
It's good hustle by Kaya getting back on that. Usually that's what you want off of a turnover. I mean, you don't want the turnover, obviously, but as long as they don't just stand there and watch after that, hustle, get back, keep the game going.
Neese pushes to the corner. Now here's Baker. Trying to post up Haley Baker inside on Amani Mitchell. Have not been able to make that entry pass yet, though.
They're doing a lot of standing around, Shelby is. And they're even matched up. They're almost matched up exactly in line with Tigers' 2-3 zone.
Runner off the rim a couple of times. Mayer down on the floor battling for it. Tied up with Rizzo. Possession arrow over to Senior High. So a slow start offensively for both units. Yes, we're looking for our first points, $150 in.
Which the slow start is going to play into the favor of the Tigers. For them to get in and do something different for Shelby. Shelby's 4 losses. For 3 of their 4 losses, they've only scored 40 points or less.
But the turnovers, consistent right now for Mansfield on the offensive end. Baker inside, got her shot blocked. Gross, who just checked in, got a piece of it. But possession going to stay down here with the Lady Whippets. Olivia, quick trigger. Cans it.
Nice quick shot from the corner. Take the lid off the basket and get the first points of the game for either team. 2.5 minutes in.
And that's what Olivia Baker brings to this offense. 39th made three-pointer this season. Wentz left all alone. Not much rotation on that shot. Back iron, tipped out to Meeks. Sophie brings it out. Olivia's gonna try it again. Back-to-back triple, she's heating up. Coach Hudgens wants a timeout, trying to settle down his young squad. As Shelby's starting to find a little spark in those Baker twins, man. That's usually where they find their offense consistently. And you see Olivia, how quickly she can get her shot off. She doesn't need much room.
No, as soon as she catches the ball, it's up in the air. You got to close out. You got to play a lot tighter. Better closeouts with a hand up. Don't leave any gap on her whatsoever. And you would think playing here in Ashland would help the Tigers a little bit, considering it's a conference arena where they've been multiple times. And I don't think Shelby's played in here too often, so you'd think they'd have a little bit better gauge on the backdrops and everything, but they're just not able to get in really to even get the shots right now with the turnovers.
Seen Mansfield give it up on dribble drives here the last couple of possessions. See if they'll settle into the game. Try to with Mitchell. Nice fake, and somehow it spun out. Down to the floor, chases down her own miss. Surprised Mansfield didn't try to get a timeout. Jump ball.
Tigers now coming out in their 2-2-1. Saw this a lot, pretty much the whole game against Ontario.
Shelby, better ball handlers than that of the Lady Warriors. Break the pressure easily. Now Sid double teamed, gives it up. Sophie, extra pass.
It's a good closeout by Bradley, make her go off the dribble.
And another tie up, our third jump ball here in the first 3.5 minutes.
Possession will go to the Lady Tigers. Entering the game for the Tigers, number 4, Nikaya White.
Nikaya White, senior, in the mix for the first time here for Mansfield Senior. As the sophomore point guard from St. Peter's brings it into the forecourt. Gets Neese with the crossover, and there's her patented runner. Won't go this time. But the offensive rebounds to Manetta Hillary came up short with the 3 ball, and Mansfield still scoreless halfway here through the first.
Doing what they need to do on the rebounds, but just can't get them to fall afterwards, and there it is. 3 for 3 in a row right there.
All 9 Shelby points belong to Olivia Baker, as she has knocked down her last 3 from downtown. Now Rizzo being pressured, nice spin move. Puts it up, and the lid just staying on the basket, Zach.
It is not coming off.
Out of bounds of the pass, a little bit too far out in front of Haley Baker. So Mansfield gets possession back, still looking for their first points here of the night.
Number 43, Jalea Wyndham, the freshman, just checked in for the Tigers for Rizzo. Talking to Coach Hudgens, he's excited to get her back as she's missed a lot of time this season.
Shelby sends a trap, nearly forces a turnover. And here is the freshman. 1 of 3 on the floor right now for Mansfield, and how about that? Fresh back into the mix, and Julia making her presence felt. No answer back at the other end for Demi Hip.
And she's right back at it again, Jalea with the rebound.
Kai with a pass inside to White, who traveled with it.
It's kind of a weird possession, the way the defender had her hand on that ball. I've seen much less than that we call a jump ball before.
Great pass ahead here to Audi Albert. Now they move it to the open lady that's Hip. But the pass broken up. White, quick reflexes.
Active hands, deflections can disrupt everything.
Demi inbounds up top. Here's Neese off the drive, got cut off, and then finds Baker at her spot, man. Cooking.
You cannot give her that much room. They're getting lost on where she is. She's getting way too much room.
Olivia Baker cashing in her 4th triple here in this opening frame. Offensive foul against the Tigers. Gonna go against Wyndham.
Illegal screen on number 43, Julia Wyndham. Her first personal.
And the woes continue for Senior High at the offensive end. They've had a couple of decent looks, Zach, but just not really comfortable really right now.
No, they're taking away what they're used to, and the shots just aren't falling. They're getting halfway down in the rim and then coming right back out.
Tiger switching to a man-to-man. Nice screen by Haley. And now off the hesitation, rolls off the rim. Jalea with the board. Sending it ahead, but it's picked off. Here's Demi Hip. Gives it off Haley Baker down the lane. Nice step through, and she's going to head to the free throw line.
Mansfield fouls number
I see we've got some comments coming in on the Facebook feed.
At the line, shooting 2 for Shelby.
Make sure that you drop us a line if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for here tonight, and you just might make it onto our fan zone. And I see that we've got some TY fans out there. Got to cheer a little bit harder from your couches, people. Tigers need you right now as they are behind by double digits here early.
And as we're now 6 minutes into the first quarter, I just realized that Shelby is playing with masks on the entire time.
They're definitely vented masks. I saw them when I was down on the floor.
It's the same mask I have, actually. It's the one I saw them when they were warming up. It's kind of like the same ones you see the coaches in the NFL and the NCAA wearing on the sidelines.
And not required to wear them.
No.
But the Whippets choosing to. As Wentz missed that one.
Couldn't get her feet set.
Big block shot, Julia Rizzo coming over, making it tough for Albert. Sophie Neist, first team all MOAC performer. Off target, another tie-up. Gonna stay down here with Shelby.
Julia going up after that rebound, which is where she excels and plays her role for this Tiger team.
Brings a lot more to the table than just her statistics. Julia Rizzo, definitely one of the leaders on this squad. Senior from St. Peter's. Here comes one of her other St. Peter teammates, Kaya Wentz, and one opportunity. And I feel like that's where number 3 is at her best, when she can get playing fast with the head of steam. Makes things happen.
Yeah, it took her a while, as she's mentioned before, it took her a while to get used to the speed, playing up 2 divisions. Earlier in the season, you'd see her go like crazy, and as the game went on, you could see her slow down and run out of gas. But as she's gotten used to it, she's finally able to beat the defenders back, get in, attack, and go for those and ones.
Whippets moving in around the perimeter. Now here's Neist looking inside. And Sid Siebert, senior captain, called for the travel.
Checking in the game for Shelby, number 3, Haley Baker.
And Baker over to the sideline. Olivia gonna catch a quick rest. She's got 12 of the 14. Matter of fact, the Twins with all the points so far for the Whippets. Rizzo, good look, mid-range, missed it. Perry with the follow, and seems like finally, for Mansfield Senior to get one to drop.
Getting something dropping, second chance points. That's what's gonna keep them in the game.
Trims it down to 8. And a traveling violation against Demi Hibb. So the Whippets give it right back, and perhaps a little bit of momentum here for Mansfield Senior as they're closing out the first.
And we'll see what Coach Hudgens does here. Just under 28 seconds left. Go for a last shot. Try to keep that momentum rolling into the second quarter.
Get our first look at Alexis Booker. Freshman into the contest for Shelby. Hillary off the drive, has to give it up to Wentz, splits a double team up off the square, and Kaya starting to get it together now.
She caught that ball right on that wing and does just what you teach them, rip it and go.
Tipped out of bounds by Rizzo, so Whippet's gonna keep it. 7.3 ticks remaining. Siebert up top here. Sophie Neist to beat the horn. It spun out, and that's going to take us to the end of one with Shelby on top, 14-8.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker-Myers Wealth Managers. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
We welcome you back with second quarter action, and right away, Daisy Mans, who just checked in, knocks down a huge three, Zach.
You haven't even broke a sweat yet. Coming right out, catch that. Amani Mitchell's checked back in as well, playing down in the post.
Haley Baker off the drive, came up short, and now Bradley bumped by Mary Mayer.
Shelby fouls on number 2, Mary Mayer.
It's going to be her first, second team foul against Shelby.
Shelby going back with their original starters, starting this second quarter.
Mary sent over to trap. Hillary goes away from it and right through the defense. Missed it though, off the runner, and then Nice took it away. Shelby with a 3-on-3. They give it to Baker. Why not? Missed this one. We'll see if her twin sister can connect. Cannot. So 2 attempts there for the twins. Both off target. As Bradley left alone, she came up short. And then Olivia diving for the rock. And a timeout taken by Coach Lance. Getting after her team a little bit in the huddle, I see.
Good scrap there from Monetta Hillary going after that rebound. There was nothing but white jerseys there inside the paint. So she went in and tried to do what she could.
Definitely opened up for her as she dribbled through about 3 different Lady Whippets, but came up empty. But, you know, how about the response here from Mansfield Senior after Shelby was dropping bombs on them in the first quarter? It wasn't going well. Tigers have slowly clawed their way back in it. Just a 1-possession game now.
Yeah, it was, we get 12-2 at one point, I believe it was, 14-2, and they've come running back with only down 3. That just shows that, it actually shows a lot of growth, with this young team of not getting rattled early. They could have easily just collapsed in and kind of just watched what happened from there on out, but they just kept scrapping and realized you have to go 1 possession at a time, a lot of clock.
Siebert, nice crossover. Got to the cup, too strong with the shot. And another foul way away from the basket here by Haley Baker.
I couldn't tell if Mitchell got a hand on that block down there or if she just missed it altogether and just did enough that they heard the footsteps and didn't get it to go through.
Bradley drives middle, has to pick it up, tipped by Siebert, but into the hands of Julia. Now Daisy Mans tries another one. No bueno this time.
Again, 3 white jerseys down there for the rebound.
Baker lost it, and then once threw it off her leg.
Heads up play right there in the corner.
Bradley got a 1-on-1, likes to give it up as the Tigers move it side to side.
Good up and under by Mitchell. Just couldn't get it to go. Got herself too far under the basket, hit the bottom of the rim, but that was a great move to get open.
Monty's been coming on as of late offensively. Siebert continues to struggle, but got some teammates, got her back. It's Albert.
Breaking a cold streak for Shelby where it seems like everything completely flipped there for a while from the way the game started.
Traveling violation against Daisy Mans. So Mansfield now heading into a bit of a slump after Mans came out, knocked down a 3 in the first 5 seconds here of the second. Nothing for him since.
Nothing since.
Nice directing traffic, being defended well by Daisy. Gonna take it herself, and why not if you can do that?
Clear everyone out, let her go one-on-one.
Sophia Nice, 3-year starter as a junior. And the sophomore, nice point guard play going on right now offensively. Kaya got fouled on her shot attempts.
Once Kaya's shoes hit that orange paint, doesn't matter where it's at, it could go up anywhere for that little runner she's got.
Definitely perfected it. Almost feel like she shoots better on the move. Haley Baker had to take a seat. That was her second foul. As Wentz converts both free throws, she's got 6 points to lead Mansfield right now.
That's big for her, shooting around 50% for the season, so those could be good confidence boosters for later on.
Wentz sending it ahead. Here's to Kaya White. Just ripped away by Baker.
Put that ball over your head, odds are that's going to happen.
Mayer with some contacts from Talena Gross. Sends her to the free throw line. Mary, an excellent free throw shooter, 74% on the season. Not this time, though. Splits the pair, extends the Shelby lead out to 6. So we're approaching the midway point here, the second quarter. Bradley looked like might have got hit a little bit on that shot attempt, but no whistle. And here come the Whippets. Bad pass there by Demi Hibb. Thought that she had a cutting Nice. Trailed out to the three-point line. Kirsten lets it fly. Just has not been able to find her touch yet in this game.
No, not yet.
Tigers leading scorer. Still scoreless so far tonight.
Rizzo and Hillary back in the game. Tigers playing with their lineup a little bit.
Coach Hudgens always utilizing his bench, going 10 deep at least on most nights. Here's Baker down the lane like a fullback. Foul on the floor, though. She thought that she was in the act of shooting.
Mansfield fouls on number 3, Kyle Wentz. Her second personal, team's 5th of the half. Substitution for the Lady Whippets. Number 22.
Kaya picked up her second foul, so now she's going to have to be careful if Coach Hudgens leaves her in.
It's off of Baker's leg, out of bounds, over to Mansfield Senior. But how about Baker making up for it? But tipped right back into the hands of Bradley. She goes inside and it rolls off the front of the rim. Baker bumped her. 5th foul now against Shelby. Just her first, though, on Olivia.
Bradley rushed that a little bit. Usually get a 2-foot jump stop, get the defense off your hip, go up strong, knock it in.
Number 30, Amani Mitchell.
There it is, finally. Kirsten Bradley drops a bomb from long range. Deep three, no answer at the other end. Battle for it. And it's last touched by the Lady Whippets and Mary Mayer.
Starting to feel a little energy pickup from the Tigers. Definitely, unless it's just Coach Hudgens rubbing off on the floor there where it seems like he's got the energy for the entire team.
Always bringing the juice is Javar. See if Bradley can get something going at the offensive end. After that last hoop, nice setup by Netta. But out of bounds, back over to Shelby. Mitchell still struggling offensively from the floor. She's going to check out in favor of Brianna Perry for a minute. Nice cut there. Pass just a little off target. Now Nice, baseline. Gets it to Haley Baker off the drive. She finds the bottom.
A little bit of a heavy closeout so that she could just go right around them towards the basket. And got the friendly roll, which is something we haven't seen very much of here tonight. There's that 2-foot jump stop like we were talking about with Kirsten. Get your control and go up with it.
Back-to-back buckets by the Baker twins. The latest, Olivia. She's got 14. Tigers going to keep it on the far side. Netta starting to get a little bit more aggressive, setting it up here for Kaya. And she comes through from downtown.
Nice little play, attack the defense, kick it out.
Oh, the lane opened up. Baker missed it inside, now poked away by Hillary. 2-point game, $1:15 to go here in this opening half.
Tigers getting something set up the way they want. Realizing the situation, don't want to rush anything.
Nice drive. Hillary, back-to-back buckets now, driving into the lane. She's got 4. Olivia had her pocket picked. Netta gonna slow things down. Coach Hudgens loves what he sees right now. It looks like TY is gonna try to hold for the final shot. Bradley had other ideas. Now she will back it out to midcourt. Get it off to the sophomore point guard.
Coach Hudgens getting them now down into a final 4-low play. Kaya with her runner.
Almost chased down her own miss.
And the ball stays with the Tigers. I thought it went off Wentz a little bit.
Well, so did she.
Yeah, she's heading back to half court like she's getting back on defense.
See what the Tigers have here in their bag of tricks for under 2 seconds. It's going to get it into Mitchell, puts it up short at the horn, and we are in store for a good one, folks. All square at 23 apiece as we are going into the break in this all Richland County matchup. But we'll hold the phone for just a moment. A lot of discussion out on the floor amongst the officials. Coach Land seems to think there should have been a technical on the floor, and there's some fans a couple of feet away from us that tend to agree. They're wearing red shirts, though, Zach. Imagine that. So, all right, nothing there. So we'll go ahead and step away, take a quick commercial timeout. When we come back, break down the first half stats Get you ready for quarter number 3. Keep it here, live and free. Girls Tournament Basketball will return on the OH Report.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We deploy our investigators to preserve evidence. We have the courtroom experience to show the insurance companies that we mean business. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt. Contact us at besmartlegal.com.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker-Myers Wealth Managers. Whitaker-Myers Group has been a local trusted advisor since 1869, serving families in Ashland, Richland, and Wayne counties. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. With offices in Ashland, Mansfield, Worcester, Columbus, and South Carolina, we have advisors that are ready to help you begin your journey to financial success. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
It's halftime here at Arrows Arena, where after 2 quarters of play, we are all square at 23 apiece. The winner of tonight's game going to advance into Saturday's championship to play the winner of our second half of the doubleheader tonight. Bellevue taking on Sandusky-Perkins, 2 conference rivals getting an opportunity to play for a 3rd time this season. And Bellevue, you know, what a run they've had with the Santoros. They've been absolutely dynamite for about 7 years consecutive. Getting to that point, they've been pretty dominant too, taking care of business. Big win over Lexington. Perkins, and we talked about this during the sectional when we had the opportunity to call the Mansfield game. You know, it may look like big upsets that the Pirates, as the 10 seed, have been able to get to this point, knocking off the number 4 and the number 5, also by double figures, each of them. But really, outside of the top couple of teams, when you look at Shelby and Bellevue, a significant drop-off in terms of the overall wins and losses.
Yeah, once you got past those first, really per se, the top four seeds, it was a dart throw for the rest of them. The seed numbers didn't really mean anything. It was just a time to choose to pick where you wanted to go on a bracket. That was pretty much about it. So you see those high numbers, but they are a little deceiving. Bellevue coming up against Perkins, like you said, the second, playing for the third time this year, and Bellevue is no stranger to having long tournament runs. In the last 10 years, they've made it. They made it to district semis 10 times. They made it to regional finals 4 times.
Right.
One thing Bellevue is definitely happy for, though, I bet you if they're keeping an eye on the bracket, is Toledo Rogers has already lost in the bracket. In the last 10 years, Bellevue has lost to Toledo Rogers in the tournament 7 times.
Well, last year, upset by this very Sandusky-Perkins squad, a game that was a huge surprise to a lot of people. They only had 1 loss on the season. They were the #1 team, huge favorite to get out of the district with the 2 Santoro sisters, and were able to get knocked off by Perkins, who would go on to lose to Willard in the next round. But that's it for looking ahead. Let's talk about what we just saw over the last several minutes here at Ashland, where things pretty even, as you would expect in a 23-23 all game.
Exactly, in a tie ball game, and I tell you what, after the way the game started, first it started, no one could score. Then it lit up with Olivia Baker knocking down 3 points, and the Baker sisters having all of Shelby's points. And ended up being 12-2, 14-2 at one point, and for this to be tied and the winner of the second half wins the game, that's something definitely Coach Hudgens is playing up in the locker room.
And he said before the game to me that they had a good game plan in place. So far, working out, you could say, for the #7 seed going up against the top dogs in the Shelby Whippets, who have been here 3 straight years but not gotten over the hump. So obviously, this is a big spot for Shelby, trying to advance to the district championship for the first time in a little while.
Yeah, just 2015, 2016, the last time the Whippets made it to the finals, losing to Bellevue. And this is the second time since that time frame that they've actually come in as the #1 seed. So, this is as good as they've been. Even that part's been uncharted territory. Probably one thing they're all glad to see is that Willard is now in Division III this year.
Yeah, no question. And our apologies to anybody who was looking to find the Willard live stream tonight on the OH Report. We showed up at the gym with our equipment in place, and Egos got involved, and Shelby Athletic Director told us we were not allowed to do the game, made it about him and not the kids. So that really unfortunate. But hey, maybe we got some new viewers on this game, and you can take in what's been a heck of a contest so far, all square through 2 quarters. Looking forward to the second half. Go ahead and take one more timeout. We'll be right back. Third quarter action on the way, live and free on the OH Report.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker-Myers Wealth Managers. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Third quarter action set to begin here at Arrows Arena. It's going to be Shelby basketball to kick things off. I'm Brian Skowronski, joined by Zach Massa tonight. And we want to know, where are you guys watching from? Who are you cheering on? Drop us a little note in the comments section. You can make it onto tonight's Fan Zone. Quick foul picked up there against Mansfield Senior. Talena Gross assessed with the personal. It's going to be her second. Off the jump stop, air ball, but right into the hands of Neese. Right place, right time. Now Seibert had it taken away. But then Wentz lost her footing. Tie up and a foul. Not sure who this is going to go against. And it looks like it's going to go against the Whippets and Haley Baker. It's her third.
Now, it should be interesting to see how this scoring goes, because both Olivia Baker and Kaya Wentz have their game averages already in the first half. So see if they can get some help from the rest of the team to get them up to normal.
Another nice up fake in the low post by Amani Mitchell, but she has been just off with her shot attempts in the paint. Still scoreless so far, as Baker, always dangerous off the drive with the contact, going to the free throw line.
Yeah, Gross getting a little too much playing with her hands, not with her feet, trying to get that reach in there, get that reach across, get the foul, center to the line for two.
First one splashes home for Haley. Baker 57% on the season from the free throw stripe, goes 2 for 2. I believe she's 4 for 4 overall tonight. Now Wentz. Nice crossover kick here by Seibert.
Coach Lance wanted her girls to go for that trap as soon as he came across half court. You could hear her yelling at them to go, but they just a little too late on the reaction.
Skip pass, here's Rizzo. Back up top, they swing it for Bradley. Shelby with the 2-3 zone look right now. Now Hillary kicks it to the corner. Julia lets it fly. Mitchell right over the top of Sid. And rushed the shot a bit, but out of bounds, back over to the kids in orange.
Monty did a great job. She was sandwiched right in between two Shelby jerseys and easily could have bumped someone and gotten called for a foul, but she went straight up to go get that rebound.
Wentz with the runner. Too strong. Off glass. Saved inbounds by Mayer, but right to Netta Hillary, but it spun out on her as she took it to the cup. And I see Coach Hudgens with a big smile. I mean, how many times have we seen that for the Tigers tonight? Baker with a blow by. Too strong, Mayer inside. Missed the putback. Hillary left all alone from downtown. Clanked off the back iron and took a weird looking hop over Baker. And Mitchell finally on the scoreboard. Gets the Tigers faithful jumping out of their seats.
No one said it has to be pretty for you to get the points. It just has to go through the hoop, and that was definitely not the prettiest of possessions, but the Tigers will take the ball, take it going their way.
Mayer picks up the foul, second team foul against the Lady Whippets. And the Tigers looking to take the lead for the first time tonight, but cannot. Neese, look at the acceleration. Wentz almost had to foul her.
Yeah, that'll be the third on Wentz. A lot of threes up on the scoreboard right now as Kaya Wentz has her third. At number 3 for Shelby, Haley Baker. She's playing on the floor right now with 3 fouls. As Wentz goes and takes a seat, which I believe might be her first sub of the whole game.
They certainly need her out there for just the poise that she brings on the perimeter to this club. As that's knocked out of bounds by White, so Shelby splits the pair and gonna get another possession. Seibert to trigger. Baker off the bounce, scoop shot. Not sure who the foul was on. It's about 3 Tigers in the area. I'm gonna say it's gonna go against the Kaya White.
Baker at the line shooting 79% for the season.
Such a gifted shooter and just works so hard at it too. We're Twitter friends, and during the offseason she's always posting that she's working on her jump shot, her ball handling. She's just one of those kids that loves, eats, breathes basketball. And it looked like she just picked up a foul off Hillary there. There was a bit of an aggressive block out, so we're going to stay down here on this end again.
If I saw it right, I don't think we have a replay of it, but if I saw it right, it looked like Moneta just stepped back and stepped on top of her foot by accident. But that was enough to throw her off that the refs called the foul and gives Shelby the ball right back.
Sophia sets up Seibert from the corner, buries it. So Shelby on a 6-0 run. Tigers looking to stop the bleeding here at the offensive end. But you see the defensive intensity has really picked up for the Lady Whippets here over the last couple of minutes, and see the coaches over on Shelby's sideline sharing some high fives.
You want to see who steps up for the Tigers to handle the pressure with Wentz on the sideline right now with her 3rd foul. Jalea Wyndham came back in.
See if she can be a factor, looking to set up a screen here for Hillary. 3 freshmen on the floor right now for Mansfield Senior. And that's just great transition. Shelby capitalizing, forcing a timeout from Mansfield as they see the last 8 points all belonging to the Whippets.
Yeah, Coach Hudgens getting that full timeout, which is a good point. Shelby going on a run right now. You've got kind of a lineup you're probably not used to having with Wentz on the bench, and then Jalea Wyndham coming back and playing, so being out there as well. Moneta with a couple turnovers on some soft passes, so just kind of rally the troops, get everyone on the same page, and make sure we get things going back in the right direction.
Whippets on a nice little hot stretch here, and you know, you would expect this from the number 1 seed. Put together a nice run out of the break, holding Mansfield to just 2 points so far through the first 3 minutes of action.
And you know, we're always talking about the youth of the Tigers, the freshmen, you know, the young players coming over from St. Pete's, but looking at Shelby's roster, they've only got 2 seniors.
That's right.
So they're going to be, you know, this could be a matchup for the next several years. That's going to happen a lot over here in the districts.
That's a great point, Zach. So could be the start of a new rivalry. As this one off target from Bradley, and last touch by Jalea inside. Mansfield's gonna put on their 2-2-1 full court press. Whippets break it with 1 pass. Olivia Baker might have got away with a little travel there, but flipped it up with the right hand. Pushes it out to 10-point cushion.
Yeah, the second line in that 2-2-1 was worried about Baker in the middle as opposed to just pinching in. So they stepped up too far and left it wide open for the long inbound pass.
Wentz just checked back in, missed that one badly. Now the Whippets going to slow it down, get into the hands of their stud junior point guard. Directing traffic. And she wants to take Bradley one-on-one, lost her balance. And Coach Lance going to take a timeout. But she's got to be pleased with what her club's doing right now in this third quarter. 12-2 run so far for the Lady Whippets.
Yeah, they've been able to withstand the waves that the Tigers have come back in. You know, we talked about they came out with that early lead. Tigers came back and eventually tied it up at the half. They played within a couple points, back and forth here in the early part of the third quarter, and then Shelby's just kind of taking advantage of miscues down at the senior high end of the floor.
Would love to have a microphone in that huddle right now for the Lady Tigers and see what Coach Hudgens is telling to his young team. And, you know, he's got to rely on these freshmen. There's no two buts about it. It's the most talented kids out on the floor for him. And he's got 3 right now, along with the sophomore and a senior. Dangerous pass. Jalea, though, 2 feet out of bounds after she caught it.
Jalea's upset with herself, but, you know, that was a great breakup where that could have just been a quick inbound and a bucket. So she makes them reset and gives them another chance.
Haley Baker cut off. Nice look to the cutting niece. And right now, all the juice belonging to Shelby. Tigers cannot get anything going offensively. But that's going to end a little bit of a drought. That's a tough angle to make it in, Zach. Not sure how Daisy pulled that off.
That bank had extended hours open tonight, and, yeah, she just kissed it right off. And then Bradley with the rebound at the other end with Wentz pushing. Baker with a nice flick from behind, but saved it right back to Wentz.
Bradley's runner too strong. Tie up. Possession arrow going to stay down at this end with the Lady Tigers, who need something to jumpstart them on offense. We saw it in the first quarter when they got it going. We saw it in the second quarter. Now can they put together a run that gets them back in this game?
They haven't been attacking as much as they were when they started in that run earlier. They get the ball on the wings, they kind of look, pass it around, and I realize Shelby's sitting in the zone, but you still gotta attack those open areas, attack those defenders as Wentz knocks one down from deep. Get the defense to collapse on you and kick and move.
So Kirsten Bradley now with 6 points, all those from three-point land, but matching it back at the other end, and look at the emotion. Sophia Neese, and one opportunity on the way. Big bucket, 7 points now for the junior. And Coach Hudgens pretty upset with his defense. I heard what he said. It just can't be that easy.
Yeah, Wentz she was doing great defense, but she got a little heavy-footed, and then the crossover, she just couldn't slide down fast enough to cut her back off and got stuck chasing her on her hip.
To be fair, not very many have had luck trying to guard Sophia Neese over the last 3 seasons. And the Tigers continue to let it fly from long range. It can certainly get them back into the game, Zach, but shooting a low percentage right now.
Yeah, these one-and-done short, I mean, they're less between 5-7 second possessions. They got to let something develop.
Step back 3, Baker. Long rebound comes to the hands of Albert. Gets it off to her kid sister. And down the lane, Baker somehow missed it at the rim. Fighting for it, got it back. She scores. She's got 20 points.
On that first one, she might have been too wide open. She's not used to having everyone not collapse on her and just couldn't make it to go in, but stayed with it and got it.
Bradley looking to take matters into her own hands. Left-handed drive, draws a personal against Shelby.
Shelby fouls on number 14, Maya Cyber, her first personal.
Going to be Maya Seibert, freshman, picking up the personal.
And that's only Shelby's third team foul, which that's the other thing of when you're settling for those long 20-footers, you're not given a chance to get them, put yourself at the free throw line.
Jalea off the hesitation, got fouled by Olivia on the drive. So Wyndham, who has played sparingly this season, trying to make a difference right now. Three points now for the freshman. And she goes 2 for 2, so back down to a single-digit deficit. But Shelby is certainly starting to pick it up here at the offensive end as they get another clean look. Rattles out. Siebert with the offensive board. Neat's going to try it again. Wow, what hustle. How about Sophia tracking it down? Just came flying in from the top of the key. And
way to stay,
making things happen.
Yeah, way to stay with it for Shelby. You know, they made sure they just kept going after it. And more opportunities, second chance, second chance, second chance. Kirsten had a good box out, but just couldn't get the reaction quick enough to go after it.
Get a couple of subs here from Mansfield Senior. Gross back out there along with Mitchell. And Nice with an empty trip. Going to be called for the foul, battling for the rebound too. And Shelby's picked up 3 fouls in about the last minute or so, so that puts him at 5. Mansfield was 7, so the fourth quarter, free throw is going to become a big factor, I imagine. And how about another?
Yeah, now we're at number 6, so we're shooting the rest of the way. 1-and-1s after this. But yeah, that's going to be a big factor coming in.
Man's looking for another 3, can't bank this one in. And Tigers going to maintain possession, not a very well-liked call here on this side of the bleachers. And Coach Hudgens getting Kirsten Bradley into the mix as Dakaya White going to take a seat. Another setup for Mans. That's her spot, though. Missed it. Too strong. So we're down to 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. We were tied at 23 to open the frame. Whippets have had the run of play here. But Mitchell inside. It was second, third chance opportunities for the Tigers, finally converting.
And that's what they're going to have to stay with to stay in this game. Down 7 points right now.
Nice with the blow by, nice up fake. And now Baker off the drive. Things kind of opened up for her. Missed the shot inside. And Albert going to the charity stripe as she got fouled.
Audie Albert around 50% for the season.
Audie spins out the second. White with the board. The pass to Mitchell, using her big body to bang inside, missed the shot. And Shelby with opportunity to hold for the last. Instead, Seibert tries one. And now it'll be the Tigers who can score the final points here of the third. if they can get a shot off.
Not recognizing the clock.
And it will take us to the end of 3. We'll head to money time with Shelby on top, 43-35.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker-Myers Wealth Managers. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Just 8 minutes of action is all that remains in between the #1 seed Shelby Whippets looking to get to the district final for the first time in a few seasons, while the Mansfield Tigers here at the round of districts for the first time in over a decade, kind of on the ropes right now, back down by 10 after the bucket inside there from Albert.
Yeah, Shelby's definitely going to change the pace up a little bit. Take these breakouts when they have them in the transition.
Albert, shot blocked there by Rizzo. They're going to keep it, and like you said, just not in any rush, slow things down, try to get the best possible shot they can. Seibert on the drive, left all alone, goes good off the square. Sid now with 5 points, as this the biggest lead of the night for Shelby. And Mansfield starting to fall apart offensively.
Yeah, Shelby came out in the 2-2-1.
And it seems like deja vu, as I believe this is the 3rd time we're going to see Sophia Neese on the line, 1-and-1 opportunity, or and one I should say, as that pushed her into double figures. Jalea going to get some more minutes here in the 4th. And Sophia cans it. Puts the Whippets at 50, 15-point lead now. But their defense absolutely stifling the Lady Tigers. And they need a timeout. Coach Hudgens sensing this thing getting away. And it's hard not to. Biggest lead so far of the contest. And Shelby, I mean, the momentum all in their favor right now, Zach.
Yeah, this is where the experience of Shelby comes into play. You know, recognizing situations, understanding the ebb and flow of the game, ups and downs, and then just knowing what to do. Young Tigers are getting a little, they're rushing things. They're trying to get 10 points on one basket, and you know, you just can't do that. You still got to play your game. Still got to go one basket at a time.
You can definitely just tell, like, the camaraderie and the conversation going on the floor with Shelby right now. You know, they're just talking a lot more. They're a little bit more engaged than that of Mansfield Senior, who have the chips down right now, but still plenty of time to try to make a run and at least put some heat here on these Whippets, make it interesting. But they got to score baskets.
And the Tigers have had their chance. It's just once they get those shots, the ball gets halfway through the rim and it just pops right back out.
White looking to keep up with Baker. Sends it to the corner. Thought better of the shot. Now Haley bumps. Rizzo picking up the personal. And I believe this is going to be team foul number 10 on Mansfield, so it should be 2 shots on the way for Haley.
Mansfield fouls on number 13. Julia Rizzo. Her third personal. Team's 10th and a half. On the line for Shelby, number 3, Vivian Baker.
Baker cannot extend the lead as she misses both. Mansfield in desperate need of some buckets. See what they can find offensively. The senior White on the drive, lost the handle. Another turnover here in the fourth. And the transition game still strong here for Shelby.
Yeah, you just see the frustration. And, and right now, this lineup that Shelby has on the floor, they have all of Shelby's points except one. So all the scorers out there, Coach Lance not taking anything for granted.
Nice rainbow 3 there by Wyndham. Showing off some range. And then a big block shot at the other end. Scrambling the eggs a little bit there. Baker thought she was going to have an easy bucket. Tigers back with man-to-man. Switching here. Baker with the setup. Siebert.
Blocked by Rizzo and rebound by Bradley.
Big swat there by Julia Rizzo. Can Mansfield get some more points offensively? Bradley well off the mark with that runner. Had open shooters on the floor.
Open shooters and coming down the floor. She had room to still take it down farther down in. Instead stopped at the three-point line. You can still take it down in, make the defense stop you, and then kick it out.
Going to be a quick TO here for the Lady Whippets. Just trying to calm things down a bit. But a big lead for them. And, you can see why they're the top dog here in this district. Got a lot of talent out there, and in particular in that starting lineup. Just scores all over the floor, headlined by Olivia Baker, who's had a great night. 20 points for her. I believe a dozen of those coming in the opening quarter, where she was red hot shooting from long range. But it's been the defense for Shelby that's really kind of shifted this whole game, put it on its head, where Mansfield playing from a deep deficit now.
Yeah, and this one's heading towards close to the same score as what it was back in January. I believe that was like 64-34. Somewhere in there. Tigers getting a few more points up on the board, and still, depending on how this goes, could still hold them down a little bit lower than that, so to keep it closer. But definitely, Shelby definitely came to play tonight.
It was 63-34 the first time these two teams met. So, like you said, it's about the same going right now. As Albert short with the offering, but tipped it out of play. Hillary off the drive. We're going to take on all the defenders. Now gives it up. The senior uncorks one. Shot short, but into the hands of Netta. She's got the follow, trims it down to 14. Coach Hudgens wanted to travel there. Didn't get the call, and Baker kind of forced it up. And I see Coach Lance a little bit frustrated. She kept telling her kids, pull it out, pull it out.
Yeah,
waste some time.
I could hear her, and the girls just couldn't hear her out there, and they went in and missed the shot and gave the Tigers another possession.
A little selective hearing sometimes when you're on offense, Zach. Everyone kind of wants to get theirs.
You limit it to sometimes other selective hearing?
More often than not, I'm sure players are listening, right?
There may be hearing. Now, whether they're listening or not, that's a whole nother ballgame.
Different ball game right there. One and one for Monetta Hillary. And cannot earn the second. Big miss. As the Tigers need every point they can get. White.
There's an opportunity.
Defense into offense. Big play by the senior. That's her first bucket of the night. And there's just something to be said about when it could potentially be your last moments on the floor. See Takaya playing with a lot of energy and passion right now.
That's what you want to do. You want to leave it all out. You don't want any shoulda, coulda, wouldas after the game's over.
Now Shelby in full four-corner mode, just looking to milk this clock, as that is their biggest advantage right now at this point in the game. Baker down the lane, heading back to the free throw line. She's been there pretty often tonight.
Her second personal. At the line shooting 2 for Shelby. Haley Baker.
And now if you're a Tiger fan, you just gotta hope for some misses. And for Shelby, every make, of course, makes it more challenging for that comeback. Don't feel quite as much pressure with that double-digit advantage.
Julia Rizzo and number 43, Julia Whitaker.
And Shelby definitely doesn't mind getting in a free throw shooting contest, as they're shooting around 68, 69% on the season, where the Tigers are just under 50.
Baker makes both. She's got a dozen. That's over her season average of 10 per contest.
There's that attack we talked about earlier. Just attack, make them stop you.
Going inside Wyndham. Now this one uncorked by Bradley. And nobody available for the rebound.
Substitution for the Tigers, number 4.
Defensive subs into the game now for Coach Hudgens, as Gross and White back out onto the floor. And they've got the deep one. Haley Baker away from the pack. About the easiest bucket she'll have.
The one thing you could hear all the coaches on the senior high sideline saying was nothing deep, nothing deep.
Hillary. So a three back at the other end. So Mansfield not throwing in the towel just yet. Netta now with 9 points. Trims it down to a 13-point advantage for Shelby. Just looking to close things out, advance to the district championship. They've been knocked off in this game the last 2 seasons as the higher seeded team, not wanting it to happen here tonight. And just a reminder, folks, we will have the second half of this district matchup here at Ashland. Coming up next, we'll have number 10 Sandusky Perkins taking on the number 2 seed in Bellevue. The winner of that game likely to play. Team wearing the white jerseys here in this contest. Shelby just 209 away from punching their ticket to Saturday's championship game.
I saw the Perkins team sitting off to the side watching most of this game and head into the locker room a couple minutes ago. Haven't seen Bellevue down in the corner. They're waiting to see what happens to on who the possible matchup could be.
Shelby and Bellevue, long-time rivals. Lady Whippets gave the Redmen their only loss during the regular season last year. I covered that game. It was a fun one. And great defense, but Shelby able to deliver there, and that might just seal it. Now the Tigers going to keep chasing buckets, though, over the last 90 seconds of play. Bradley right down Main Street.
Yeah, they're not playing with the. They're not playing like they're down 15. They're playing like they're down 2.
Catch a little bit of a break there. Easily could have been a bump against Mansfield. Instead, it's going to be a turnover against Baker and possession back over to the Tigers, making some offensive subs. So Wyndham and Mitchell back out there, presumably for some offensive rebounding, but Mansfield's not going to get a shot up. Wentz lost it on the drive.
Yeah, just went off her foot going out. She thought she got bumped a little bit, was looking for a call, but just couldn't handle it.
Double team comes at Baker, gives it up right away. Now Mansfield forced a foul. Wyndham going to put Olivia Baker on the line. Looking to add to her total. Don't believe she scored here in the fourth.
It always seems amazing. You watch a game throughout and you'll see refs make calls. Some of them, they beat them up. Other times, just little ticky-tack calls. Then you get towards the end of the game when they're actually trying to foul them. They're going for the ball, and the ref waits until they actually beat them up or wrap them up before they call it. Moneta was trying several times to get that call, and the ref just wouldn't give it to her.
So Baker knocks down both, and I think she's got to be amongst the leading candidates for Adams, Albert, and Curry Player of the Game. We'd love to get your opinion out there in Facebook and YouTube land. Let us know, who do you think should be our post-game interview for Player of the Game? Baker's got 22. Haley's got 14. Sophia, chance to add to her 13. And she will. So the 3 double-figure scores during the regular season for the Lady Whippets, all making their way there tonight. Nisto, I think, has a pretty strong case also for Player of the Game. She's done some nice things running the offense, provided a lot of emotion and spark.
Right, a little bit of everything all the way around. There's always more to it than just the points on the scoreboard.
Albert on the leak out. Now Hillary carving through the defense for the last points of the night. So Shelby moving on to the district championship, a 66-51 winner, knocking off their Richland County foes for the second time this season. We'll step away. We will be back with some post-game coverage, line up some interviews with our Player of the Game, try to get Coach Lance on the microphone as well, and then get you set up for the second half of our doubleheader. Keep it here, live and free post-game coverage will continue on the OH Report.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We deploy our investigators to preserve evidence. We have the courtroom experience to show the insurance companies that we mean business. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt. Contact us at besmartlegal.com.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker-Myers Wealth Managers. Whitaker-Myers Group has been a local trusted advisor since 1869, serving families in Ashland, Richland, and Wayne counties. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. With offices in Ashland, Mansfield, Worcester, Columbus, and South Carolina, we have advisors that are ready to help you begin your journey to financial success. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
We are now back with our Adams, Albert, and Curry player of the game, Olivia Baker, who dropped a game-high 22 points tonight. And it wasn't pretty at times for you girls, but you end up getting it done. First, talk to me about the satisfaction moving on to the district championship for the first time in your career.
It feels nice because we were really close the last few years, and this is just what we worked for all season. It was one of our big goals, so it feels really nice, especially after all the quarantines we got through, all the hills we had to climb over. It felt really nice.
Tell me about how much of game shape you feel like the team is in collectively, given that, I mean, you've had to spend so much time outside the gym.
I think we're in pretty good shape. I mean, when we were quarantined, we would always do team Zoom workouts and stuff, so we stayed in pretty good shape. That's been our key, because if we weren't in shape, we wouldn't be able to get the wins that we were getting right out of quarantine. So we've been in really good shape.
So you guys are in shape, but you felt like maybe the team was a little bit nervous here tonight. Tell me about how you're able to push through that and play some really good defense, particularly in the third quarter.
Defense is always our key, so if we're not playing well offensively, we always look to our defense, and then that creates our offense.
And then offensively, you were really hot there at the beginning of the game. How much do you think that helped lead you guys, getting that big spark? I think you knocked down 3 straight triples.
I think since the rest of my team felt really nervous, it just gave us a little push ahead, and we knew that they were going to come out strong, so I wanted to get in there, get started right away.
All right, so moving on to Saturday's game, obviously Bellevue's a big rival of yours. You didn't get a chance to play them in the regular season. Most people say that they don't care, but kind of is this a little bit different? Did you kind of want the Redmen? Oh yeah, we really want to play them because, especially since we didn't get to play them last season, it's just a big game. We always have a big rivalry. It's always a fun game too. All right, our player of the game presented by Adams, Albert, and Curry, Olivia Baker, big 22 points. Hey, congratulations. Go celebrate with your team. Thank you. All right, Coach Lance, though, is standing by. Natalie is going to join me. And Coach, just break it down for me. What did you see overall from your team? Obviously, you got the win, but at times it wasn't great, but others went to really nice stretches.
We did. I think we had the open looks that we wanted, but we looked really nervous. Like instead of taking the layup when we got within a foot of the basket, we decided to pass it off to somebody else coming for a layup. So I think there was just a lot of nervous energy tonight. They knew this was a big game coming from last year where we went down to when we fell to Willard, and we looked really nervous and flat that night too. So we knew what to expect with Senior coming in. They're a really nice young team. They play hard. They play together. They've got a lot of weapons, a lot of kids that can score the ball. And like I said before, Javar's done a great job with them. They're going to be the team to beat here in the future. And I thought they hustled. I thought they played well. When we settled down, I thought we did a really nice job attacking the basket and looking for the right reads. And obviously, Liv got us off to a nice start. She just relaxed and hit her shot. There were a couple more times I think we should have made that one more pass and kept her on fire. But that's just part of that nervous energy. I think something that we had prepared for, and I felt like we were really ready for it. Like we missed a lot of layups first half. But I think that's the nervous energy. I hope we were ready and we can settle down and play good ball on Saturday.
Yeah, does it feel like a little bit of a relief, like kind of a monkey off your back, the fact that you did get beyond this game, you get a chance to go play for a title on Saturday?
It does. I feel like we're where we should be. Both Bellevue and Perkins are really nice teams. Bellevue, they're basically the same team that they were last year when we played them, and so it should be a good matchup regardless of who we end up with. But I'm really excited to be to that next level. I think the girls will dial in and we'll be okay. So all we have to do is go out and play our game. We just got to go out and play our game, stay composed and be confident in our decision making. So we'll be okay. We'll be ready. We'll be ready.
All right, Coach, and we'll be here. We'll be looking forward to catching you on the live stream on Saturday. Anything that you want to say to Whippet Nation that's watching right now live and free?
I appreciate all you watching from home. I really wish you could be here. Have always loved your energy in the past, and please keep watching. Please keep cheering from home and say some prayers for us because that's great energy right there. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Natalie Lance, head coach for the Shelby Whippets. They are moving on to Saturday's championship game. Go ahead and take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with some final stats.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker-Myers Wealth Managers. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Back here at Arrows Arena, where it was a big Shelby Whippet win. They knock off Mansfield Senior 64-49. Let's take a look at the final numbers here for tonight as we get ready for the second half of our doubleheader. And Shelby really getting aggressive on the defensive end there in that second half, Zach. It felt like they forced a lot of turnovers and they were able to convert off of them. I think that was a big difference.
Yeah, they did. They did what they needed to do, showing their experience. Tigers, they just couldn't find the bottom of the basket. That's really all it was to it. You see field goals are tied up there, but then you get that free throw margin at 15-4.
Big.
Big 11-point difference right there. In a 15-point game, that's where it's at. And then especially with Olivia Baker hitting those threes to start the game off, 3 big ones in a row, that's a tough one to come back for. They did a good job at tying it up at halftime. So you thought that things would be a little bit closer here at the end, but I think the experience of Shelby and the inexperience of the Lady Tigers just came down to the final decision of the game.
Yeah, no question, and a lot to look forward to if you're a Mansfield Senior fan. I mean, how many freshmen did you see getting in the mix tonight, being big contributors, and they have been all season long. And as you mentioned during the broadcast, kind of the same thing over on the side for Shelby. Their contributors a little bit older. They're now sophomores and juniors that are in the mix, but still they're going to have a lot of these girls back, but still a lot ahead of them. They're the number 1 seed moving on to the championship and an opportunity to try to get over to the regional round. I don't think that Natalie Lance has been beyond a district championship game before, so a great spot for Shelby as a number 1 seed, and I think they want Bellevue too on Saturday.
I'm sure they probably want them on paper for that big of a challenge matchup, but with the history that Bellevue has at this stage of the tournament, year in, year out, perennial regional favorites every single year, that's going to be a great matchup. But Bellevue's got to take care of Perkins next, and they still got to play the game.
All right, that's going to be coming up here in about a half hour. So we are going to close up our coverage here for Game 1 at Arrows Arena. Again, it's a big win for the Shelby Whippets as they move on to the district championship, 64-49. I want to thank our staff for making this live stream possible. Jory Hollenbeck, Mason Neese on the cameras, Jordan Lapata tracking our stats, and Adam Thompson doing all the fancy graphics and directing. I'm Brian Skowronski for Zach Massa. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again in a few minutes.